Hi and welcome to the basement. Today we're going to have a look at this Atari 520ST FM, which we've had a look at before and I've managed to break. So today we're going to see if I can fix what I broke. You should check out PCBWay. They do 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, injection molding, and of course a range of different PCBs from surface mount, through hole mount, whatever you need. They have a range of projects you can pick from their project library, or you can just have them develop your own custom PCB. For all your PCB needs, check out PCBWay, kind sponsor of today's video. So in a previous video, we had a look at this Atari. It had just come into the basement, so we gave it a really good clean. It was pretty filthy. We repaired the joystick ports, which were intermittent, and we found out that they were just dry or broken solders. So we reflowed those, and of course we secured the Gotek, which was loosely flopping around inside. And we had a working machine, everything was good to go. And then I thought, while I'm on a roll, I'm going to do the S-Video mod that I've seen online. And so I started soldering bits and cutting other resistors, and then something went wrong and I managed to break it. So it's broken. Now, what I want to do is try and fix that today. So the issue was we're not getting any white on the screen. We're getting the colors and we're getting black, but no white. So I'm going to have a go at replacing what I blew up and seeing if that fixes it. Otherwise, there might be further issues that I need to have a look at. Okay, so here we are in the problem area, and these are the parts I removed, which aren't required in the S-Video mod. This is my mod, and here we have the part that I blew up. It's an inductor, and so I have a replacement one here to solder in place. Now if this doesn't work, I also have a replacement MC1377P, which is the IC that goes here. So we'll start by putting this in, and hopefully that fixes the problem. If it doesn't, I'll throw that in and hopefully that fixes the problem. Okay, that's soldered in, and it's a little bit messy because the tray started lifting up, so I've just done a little link to where it needs to go, and that should solve any issues there. So if we have a look on the other side, we can see it here. So now what we'll do, we'll power it back on and see if that's made any difference. I actually don't have an S-Video display, but I do have a Handycam which accepts S-Video input, so I'm going to use that to test the output here. Okay, I've got it all connected into this Handycam. The S-Video cable's feeding into here, so when I flick it on, hopefully we should get something on the screen. So we're getting colour, no problem with colour. And it's loaded up this game home screen, but you can see there should be white text all through here and white graphics, and then there's these white menu options down the bottom, and we can't see any of that. We can see a little bit of green here and the purple, but it's just not getting any of that white still, so that inductor hasn't made any difference. So the next thing we'll do is we'll try and swap out this IC and see if that helps the situation. Okay, I've got this back in place. I'm not very proud of it. It's pretty messy, but I think everything is where it needs to be. So we'll test it, we'll plug in our S-Video cable and check it works. I was pretty rough taking the old one out, unfortunately, and I've damaged a few traces, so I think I've fixed everything. Anyway, let's test it and see if it works. Okay, moment of truth. Everything's back together, sort of temporary, and I've soldered everything where it sort of needs to be. So I'm going to flick it on and hopefully we are going to see the desktop pop up here. Great, look at that. There it is. And it has a white border and I can see white there. So I think we've fixed it. I think it was that IC had been damaged when I shorted something out, and it certainly seems like we're getting a proper picture now. So I'm going to put this back together. I'm not quite sure why I wanted to do this S-Video mod now in hindsight, because I don't have any S-Video TVs or monitors. The only way I can view it is on this Handycam, unless I do Firewire out of this Handycam into a computer, and I think that's why I was doing it, so I could capture gameplay maybe. Anyway, so I think that's a win for today. I've still got to look at the sound on this machine, but for now I'm pretty happy with what we've got done. So I'm going to put it back together and call it a win. Right, we're back together, and you can see I've made the S-Video mod permanent, so I've screwed it in place, and if we go to plug in a S-Video cable, it fits just snug and it looks factory. So let me show you the jankiest capture setup you've ever seen. So we're coming out of the ST on the S-Video, which is working perfectly, and we're using this Handycam, so it goes into the Handycam. You can see we've got the desktop there on the Handycam, and we're coming out of the Handycam on Firewire. Now I don't have the right adapter to go from Firewire straight to the laptop, so we're going via an external hard drive that has Firewire 400 and 800 ports on the back, so we're just daisy chaining through and then into the laptop, and you can see we've got the desktop there. So that's all working fine. It's slightly laggy, which is to be expected, but we can change our resolution. We'll go to medium. Great, and it's all working perfectly. So the S-Video mod is working. I've managed to fix what I broke before, but we still don't have sound, so we're going to have to look at sound maybe in another video and work out what's going on with that. So I'm really glad we got this thing working. I was gutted that I made that mistake and shorted out that chip, and so I'm glad that that was the issue. We were able to fix it and get the S-Video mod working again. Now there's obviously a few loose ends we need to tie up. This is not the ideal situation to use this computer, so I need to either find a monitor with S-Video or figure out a better way to get video out of this machine. And I think I might have an idea, but that'll be for a future video. But for now, I'm going to play a few games on this machine. It's been months getting it working, so I'm going to enjoy it for a bit before the next video. You've been in the basement. Have a great day.